This question comes from the State Department, and it is on the question of Russia. The question is, Mr. LaRouche, one of the cornerstones of your four-power proposal involves Russian participation. However, in a series of recent public statements, Mr. Putin seems to be growing increasingly impatient with the United States, and Deputy Prime Minister Kudrin seems to be almost hostile. My question to you is, what is your view of what is going on inside Russia? And also, what do you see as the most effective way for the current administration to address the problem overall and also to address the Russians, since we obviously seek their cooperation?
Well, the problem here is that we should refer to him as the sub-prime minister Kudrin, because he is actually, in effect, a British agent. This latest turn in his behavior came after an extended visit and collaboration in Britain. Now, we've been looking at this problem for some time from an intelligence standpoint, because there are certain people who used to work with me, for example, in Germany and in other parts of the world, who were picked up as assets by a British network, which includes this network which Kudrin is associated with. And the network is, to my knowledge, from associations and the kinds of things that are run, we have a Canada connection there. You have some people from the United States who are linked to an operation in Canada which dates from the old British intelligence operation during World War II, the famous one of that period. And this connection runs through Britain into Europe by both from various routes. And there has been an operation to disorient and manipulate the Putin government and the Medvedev government as well. From this source, it follows a very clear pattern. And the pattern is London directed, is British directed. And the problem has been, the complicating problem is, that's the case. This guy is essentially no good as far as I'm concerned. He's too far over on the other side. I don't think he's redeemable. But Russia is very important to us. And therefore we have to realize that this Russia is the victim of a British intelligence subversion operation inside the very bowels of the government. And we simply have to, I think, say that. We know that your guy there is not really yours. It belongs to somebody else. And we think we ought to get the rats out of your chicken coop. And that's the way we're going to deal with it. But on the other hand, we have to have a option for Russia as well as for China and India in the present world financial crisis. Russia is being driven crazy. I'll give you an example. I made the forecast in July of 2007 of the crash. The Russian institutions have been fully aware of this forecast in my analysis over the entire period. Yet, when I was recently in Paris and went through relevant intelligence circles who I know there on this question, the Russians have not been telling the truth about the financial, monetary, economic crisis up to that point, up as of December of 2008. In other words, the thing has been going on, this thing has been in process since the summer of 2007, as of the December of 2008. And what this by the sub-prime minister Kudrin, his statement coming back from England, is a continuation of that particular operation. And we don't know the whole operation, but I have enough elements of it I know, which are actually elements known to me, which are actually enemy agents, which are operating in this network and we're trying to influence Russian policy in a way to create a conflict between the United States and Russia. That's the British operation, to create this kind of conflict, while at the same time destroying Russia. And also to create conflict between Russia and China, So this is the nature of the situation. And the remedy is very simple. Just state loud and clear what the problem is, and it will cure itself.